Hello everybody, welcome back to Ray's World. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you subscribe and stick around for a while. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you so much everyone for being here. In today's video, we have a coin roll hunt. Again, we are going to be hunting a box of pennies and a box of nickels. So let's get started on the pennies and then we'll jump right into the nickels. Stick around to the end and we will show you everything we find. Hopefully, it's going to be some awesome stuff. All right, here we go with our first roll of pennies. Last box was pretty good. We had quite a few finds. Wasn't too bad. Let's see what we can find in this box. Of course, the last box was customer rolls, and we pulled a wheat penny right out of the very first roll. That was really awesome. Doesn't look like we're going to do it on this one. Stick around and I will definitely show you some really awesome finds. Hey, we got our first wheat penny. Let's take a look. A 1944. That's fairly typical for what we find in a box of pennies, but very cool that we've got one. It was only about 4 rolls until we found one, so that's not too bad. Seems to be about the average. Let's see, anything else in this roll? Nothing else in this roll. We did get one Canadian. I think it was a 1968. One copper Canadian in 1968. Let's keep going. And we finally got another wheat penny. It is a 1945. So the 40's coming out strong. Well, as strong as they could be. Here's another one right here. 42? You can probably see it better than I can. It's a Denver, 1942 Denver. So very cool. 2-in-1 roll. I like that. There's a junky one. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Come on, can we make it 3? We cannot. Let's keep going. See what else we can find. 1953 San Francisco. Very cool to see a San Francisco coin come out of there. Woo, parking lot coin. Couple of Canadians in the meantime, but we have found another wheat penny. It's a 1957 Denver. Nothing really to write home about just yet, but I'm hopeful that this box is going to be at least pretty decent, if not pulling something really awesome out of here. 1936. That is the oldest one we have found so far. 1936 from the Philadelphia Mint. Very cool. I love finding those 30s. We got a wheat penny ender. I didn't even notice it. Right there, wheat penny ender. Let's take a look at it together, see what it is. Ready? 1941. Very cool. 1941. Didn't even notice that it was an ender. Well, I guess it was on the bottom side, so I wouldn't have noticed. Let's just see if we've got anything else in here. What is that? Oh, it's a Canadian. 1980. Nope, that's it. Cool. Halfway through the box. What do we got here? Oh, it's a young head. 1961 Canadian. That's a young head. Very cool. Love getting those. Here's another young head. It's a 1962. 1962 Canadian young head. Found another parking lot coin. Whoa, we got a King George right here. Look at that. There's a King George. I just dropped it. Let's see. 1943. 1943. There's only a couple of King George that I'm missing in my Canadian Small Cents book. Let's just take a quick look. They're all King George. Yeah, they're all King George the 5th. 1943 is right there. I've got all the King George the 6th and all of the young heads as well. Very cool to find that King George in there. Nothing else in the roll. Well, my friends, we are down to the very last roll of pennies, but stick around. We are going to jump right into nickels and see what we can find in that box. Let's just take a look and see what we can find here in this last roll of pennies together. Hopefully something awesome. Probably not, but that's okay too. I had a ton of fun. Always have fun coin roll hunting pennies. 1948, look at that, a 1948 wheat penny right there. Very cool. Let's jump into the nickels. All right, here we go on nickels. As always, we'll do the first roll together. Let's see what we've got. Doesn't look like we've got anything in this first roll, but I am sure that we will have some pretty awesome finds in the rest of the box. I will catch you in just a little bit when we find something that is awesome or worth showing you. So stick around. We'll go over everything at the end. All right, well, we got our first find in the nickels. It's a 1940. It's a 1940 Philadelphia. So very cool. We got our first find just in the second roll, so that's not too bad. Let's take a quick look here together and just see if we can find anything else. See if there's something else hiding in this roll. What is that right there? How about a 1949? 1949, and it is also a Philadelphia. So very cool. That's 2. Can we make it 3? Nope, just 2 finds in that third roll. This is the third roll of the box. 1940 and a 1949. Let's keep going, see what else we can find. And we got our first Canadian. It's a 1983 Canadian. Very cool. Also had a 1948 come out of the last roll, so pretty excited about that. I was really surprised in the last box we had very few Canadians, which is a little bit unusual being in central lower Michigan. I usually get quite a few Canadians, not only here, but at the stores as well. They're pretty much interchangeable with U.S. currency here in Michigan. I can go to the gas station and I can pay with a couple of Canadian quarters or pennies and whatnot. But I don't. I could, but I don't. I put them in my jar, collect them. One of these days I'll get across the Soo Locks and I'll have lunch. Here's another 1941. We found another one here that was not in really good shape. It took me a while to even tell that it was a 1941. And there's a 1940 right there. 2 finds in this roll. Let's see. Will this one make it 3? Doesn't look like it. Just 2 finds in this roll. A 1940 and a 1941. We are halfway. That's official. Halfway through the box. We're not slowing down now. Well, I just noticed while I was opening this one, we have a Canadian ender. It's a 1978 Canadian, which means it's 99% nickel and it's magnetic. Very cool. I love seeing those nickel Canadians coming out of the box. Here's a 1940. Oh, what a mess. I hate it when they make a mess like that. It makes it difficult. Let's just see in this giant mess that I made if there's anything else. All right, well, this is the last roll. I actually had another Canadian come out of one of those rolls, a 1994 Canadian. So let's see what we've got. Doesn't look like we've got any silver in this box. It has been a while since we have found a silver, but there is a 1939. 1939. Let's just grab the loop real quick and let's see if it's a double die. It is not, but very cool to find another 1939. Almost a Buffalo nickel. We haven't found a Buffalo in a while either. Let's see, we got a really nice 1984 there with some cool toning on it, but not a keeper, not what we're looking for. Looks like that 39 might be the last. Oh, look, there's a Canadian right there, 1988. I was about to say that was going to be the last one, but there is a Canadian right there. So let's go ahead and organize this giant mess right here and let's review it all. All right, well, quite a few finds. We'll start over here at the pennies. We got 3 parking lot coins, and look at this one. This one is just absolutely trashed. There's almost no copper left. So those will just go in the jar of junk coins that I have. I don't ever take those back. But we've got quite a few copper Canadians, 3 zinc Canadians. We got a 1967 bird scent. There is a rock dove right there. So it's a 1867 and 1967 commemorative Canadian. It's got a rock dove on it. I call it a bird scent. 2 of the young heads, a 1962 and a 61, and then a 43 Canadian, which is a King George VI. Very, very cool to see that. We ended up with quite a few wheat pennies as well. A 53 Denver, 56 Denver, 2 1957 Denvers, a 1936, which was the oldest one, a 41, a 42 Denver, 44, 45, and a 1943. Sorry, that 1953, that was an S mint mark, 1953 S. 5 Canadian nickels, including a 1973, which is nickel. 2 1949 U.S. nickels, a 48, 2 41s, 3 40s, and then the oldest one, a 1939. So no spectacular finds, no silver, no buffaloes, no V-nickels or anything like that, but still a really good box and a fun hunt. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I will see you all real soon. Bye.